And she keeps talking about going to Uber and such, but that's a pretty nice ring on her finger she has there. Don't know how many
Your
tips are
dad
needed.
got me years ago. This is not something I bought in the
And
last
why
3
does that
years.
matter?
Because she says she does Uber and such. I mean, if it's really that low,
Oh
wouldn't
my
she?
God, Mr. Compose. No.
Okay,
You
sorry, Your
obviously
Honor.
came here to waste my time. What kind of club promoter are you?
Well, I'm sure you've seen me around, probably.
No, I haven't. You don't look familiar at all, but you're looking real unfamiliar right now. I can't even tell this is your mother right now.
This is my mother. I love her dearly.
Well, I can't tell. You're not paying your mother. You're not helping your mother.
It all begins with a remark that cuts deeper than it seems. A shiny ring, a bold accusation, and a son who appears to have lost touch with where he came from. The atmosphere in the courtroom changes as he struggles to keep his composure, but the judge can see right through him. His mother remains quiet, her silence speaking louder than any statement. Then the judge leans forward and asks, "Is that your mother?" The silence that follows feels heavy, and in that moment, the stage is set for a courtroom showdown that is only just beginning.
I don't believe that she intended to help you for life. I don't believe she intended to raise your son. I mean, she raised you.
Yes.
She's a grandmother, for crying out loud.
Yes.
Your Honor, when my husband passed away, and since he lives alone in this big house, I told him we were gonna have to move to a one-bedroom apartment, or we could come stay with him. I'd have my private room, Julian have his private room, and he would have his private room.
Yeah, so what's the deal with that? You're okay with your mother in this one bedroom. Why can't she stay in the big house?
Well,
Inconvenience, he said. It would be very inconvenient.
She stepped up when her grandson needed her most, and now she's being brushed aside as if she has no place in her own family. The judge isn't swayed by his excuses. Whether it's a one-bedroom apartment or not, the lack of respect is obvious. The son's selfishness is laid bare for the entire courtroom to witness. Is this really the way you repay the woman who rescued you not once, but twice?
How big is this house? How many
mixing up
bedrooms
my
we're
words.
talking?
Maybe 800 square feet most, maybe 2-bedroom, half closet. It's not as
800
big as
square
she's
feet.
saying. It's not as big as she's saying. It's
My apartment is 800 square
And
feet.
you're describing a room in the house that's 800 square feet?
I may have my math wrong a little bit. It's not that big as she's saying. It's really not.
How big is this house? How many
It's
bedrooms?
in the nice houses in Plano, so you can imagine. It's not I mean, it's a nice house.
Okay.
Because him and Julian's mom.
Comfort or cover-up as he stumbles through excuses about square footage and closet space. It's clear he isn't being honest. He's avoiding the truth, dodging responsibility at every turn. But the judge isn't letting up, and with each shaky answer, he buries himself deeper. This case isn't really about the size of his apartment. It's about the emptiness in his heart.
I don't know to the penny what he makes, but they were living very, very comfortably. And but he started this since Julian was born, the free babysitting. That a grandmother that loves her kids shouldn't have to be paid and this and that. I never asked him for a dime. I didn't need to. But since becoming a widow, it's become critical.
Okay. All right. Mr. Compose, how much money do you make a year?
48,000.
Really?
Yes.
You make $48,000 a year and you live in this big house in Plano?
Well, then that's where all the
in
money.
club promoting?
That's where all the money goes to the house.
She's a widow who has lost everything except her pride. She's barely getting by while her son shows off a lifestyle built on the very sacrifices she made. When the judge presses him about his real income, the response is startling. Is he truly facing hardship, or is he simply bankrupt in character? The courtroom leans in, and slowly the truth begins to break through.
You're receiving child support because if she makes that kind of money,
Just $1 grand, and that's in that
Just
40.
a grand?
You know how much that would have
everybody
helped?
does not receive just $1 grand.
Yeah.
Everybody don't receive that.
Well, and that's why I paid for the 150.
You came here to waste my time. What is it? What is the amount? So you pay yourself $48,000. You pay yourself that, right?
No, it's from jobs that I try and.
How much is your rent, Mr. Compose, or do you pay a mortgage?
No, the rent a month is about a grand, five.
What he contributes amounts to almost nothing. The math doesn't lie, and it's clear the numbers don't match his claims. He argues that he's giving all he can, but the evidence tells a different story. Is he genuinely out of money or just empty when it comes to caring for his own family?
Okay, so $1,500 in rent. What your other expenses look like?
Your Honor, he doesn't rent. They did a big, huge housewarming party. That is his home. Him and her bought that home. It's not a rent.
So you really are wasting my time.
I am renting it. I'm not sure where she's getting that from.
They had a huge, and you know, as families talk, and we're gonna try to pay off the house early, and we're gonna try to even upgrade, but they didn't stay together.
So wait a minute, you closed on this house?
Oh yeah.
I may have
so you
fogged
own
up the
it.
details a little bit as you know, it was a heartbreaking.
And then everything falls apart quickly. It's revealed that he isn't renting at all, he actually owns, and the judge is well aware of it. Every excuse he tries only makes things worse. The pressure in the room rises as his mother's voice shakes with hurt, yet beneath the pain, her strength remains unshaken.
You have a deed?
A deed?
Yeah.
Yes, I do, but it's
Okay,
just.
so you own the, Ms. Compose, you own the home. Do not come in here and waste my time.
The details have just been foggy since.
You've been getting over on your mother. That's not gonna work on me, okay? I was not born yesterday.
Okay.
All right? So let me tell you what we're going to do. We are going to have the child support that you received, that $1,000, we're gonna send it over to your mom.
Your Honor, if there's any way we can.
Yeah, hold on. I'm not finished. And I know you wanna hear this.
Okay.
That's just mom's portion. You're gonna pay.
The judge finally puts an end to it. The lies and excuses stop right there. With sharp clarity, she orders that the support he's been withholding go directly to the one who truly deserves it, his mother. The courtroom stirs with a twist, no, one expected, but don't be fooled. His problems are far from finished.
You said 40. Now I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm going to take your word for it at that $48,000. All right?
Okay.
And you said $150 in health insurance?
Yes.
All right. So your gross comes out to $3,900. That brings your net to $3,280.28. And how many children do you have?
Just the one.
Just how many?
Just the one.
Just the one child?
Yes, just Julian.
All right, so 20% of that brings your child support to $656. And that's giving you credit for.
The math couldn't be clearer. His net income is $3,280, and the number that really counts is $656. What he must pay his mother each month for taking on the role he walked away from. His voice shakes as he protests, but the law doesn't waver. On top of that, he's held accountable for covering health insurance as well.
$150. Child support to grandma is going to be $656, as well as the reallocation of the $1,000 that you received from mom going to grandmother. So grandmother's amount in child support monthly is $1,656, which $656 belongs to you. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Grandma, did you understand what I said?
I did understand. He's the only one thinking that I'm a fool. Now I understand why he didn't tell me about that medical coverage, because he would have known. I knew enough. I retired from the state. He knew that I would have known.
The ruling comes down $1,656 a month awarded to the grandmother. Justice laid out in black and white numbers, but the emotional toll cuts far deeper than the money. Her voice carries the weight of years of disappointment, while the judge stays firm and unshaken. The son, exposed and stripped of his act, has nowhere left to hide.
It comes under for Julian,
Yeah.
and I would have put 2 and 2 together and figured there's some child support following that too. But I just didn't think that he would sink that low. But I again didn't think he'd be taking Julian to Walmart after he goes mall shopping either.
Yeah, and what's that about, real quick?
Well,
real quick.
he's 6 years old. If I get him some 11s, he's gonna mess him up in a day or so.
Okay,
you
I
know?
said real quick. That was too long. That doesn't even make sense what you just said.
Okay.
You can wear 11s, but your son can't.
It-
Shame on you. Do better, Mr. Compost.
Yes,
You know,
Your Honor.
The sneakers, the shopping sprees, the secret credit cards, it all comes pouring out. She isn't just his mother, she's the voice of his conscience, and it's shouting loud. He spends freely on Jordans for himself, yet claims he can't afford a penny for his child. Even the judge has a hard time concealing the disbelief.
Because Julian is fixing to make his first Holy Communion, and he's got that big, huge thing. I bet you it's not even fake, that necklace. And he said, oh, I just can't. I can't do it. I can't afford it. I can't, And I knew that his mortgage was not $500 because I thought, well, then I should move to Plano to the big houses because apparently they're giving them away over there. But with that money that you're saying that we're eligible for, we wouldn't have had to sell the home that me and your dad lived our whole lives in, that we raised you in. Had you just done that, I could still be in that home that I cherished so much. And you knew.
A simple necklace for her grandson's first communion, too much for him to provide. For a woman who has already sacrificed everything, the refusal is devastating. She tells the court about the home she lost, the place filled with memories of a husband who would have treated her better. Now, all she asks for is the dignity she deserves.
If you manage your money right, then maybe you still would have the home.
Mr. Compost, shame on you.
I'm sorry.
Shame on you.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. And I need this for my promoting this.
And
just
I
for her
need
to
you to
mention.
do better. How about that?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's what I need you to do.
Yes,
I need
Your
you to
Honor.
do right by your mother. I'm not here to counsel you or anything like that, but to hear that she had to sell the family home, that's kind of heartbreaking. That is. You can only imagine the memories that are gone, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I need you to do better. And until then, I need you to keep working so your mom can get the $656, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is there anything further?
No, ma'am.
All right, is there anything further,
No, ma'am.
Mrs. Compost? Okay, if there's nothing further.
And with that, the case comes to a close. Court is dismissed. She gave her son her home, her years, and her love. In the end, the judge delivers the message that echoes beyond the courtroom: do better. This was never just about money. It was about respect, family, and love. If this story resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and spread this video, because somewhere out there, another mother is hoping her son makes a better choice.